What's up YouTube, this is GalacticGod, and I'm coming at you today with a video response to the Inevitable Saiyan's video that he did earlier today. Essentially, he does a segment on his channel called YouTube Advice, and in this week's episode he talked about trading online, or trading across YouTube to be more specific, and kind of the do's or don'ts of it. And it's kind of some of the stuff that's frowned upon by a lot of people who trade online. And one of these things is after you commit to a trade and you guys exchange addresses, that someone kind of cancels on the trade, and that's kind of something that is a little faux pas or a little something that you don't want to do. Now this kind of inspired me to talk to you guys today about an experience that I had about trading online. Now usually I don't like to do this kind of stuff because I don't like to, single people out, and I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm not going to mention, who I had this trading experience with or anything like that. But basically what had happened is I had made a trade deal with someone overseas. It was for, kind of like a mid-range card, and I, put a bunch of, not low range, but low to mid-range cards for this mid-range card for my offer of the trade. Now, since he lived overseas, it took quite a while for his package to get to me. I'd say maybe 2.5 weeks, something like that. When it had finally got to me, I had contacted him, letting him know, hey, I got your package in the mail finally, and I'm going to go ahead and send my stuff off to you. This person had recontacted me pretty fast after that and said, hey, the value of the card that I made the trade to you with has gone up, and now I want something more for it. And to me, this came across as something that was really strange, because if you make a trade with someone at your locals, and then the card values change, 2 weeks later, you don't go back up to that person and it's like, hey, remember that trade that we did 2 weeks ago? Well, that card's worth more money now, so I want something else out of your binder. And that came across as like something, that you just don't do. So I told the guy, you know what, we've already made the trade deal. I don't feel I should have to add anything more. Now what I was willing to do was either send him my portion of the trade, or if he wanted, he could send me the value of shipping his product back overseas. Essentially, it was going to cost me about $4 and some change to ship over to his country, and then probably like $1 for the bubble envelope and all that kind of stuff. So I told him, listen, just send me like $4 or $5 and I'll send you back the same card you sent, or I'll send you, you pay me nothing, and then I'll send you the correct trade on my end. So he had messaged me back and he had said, well, hey, there's an upcoming set coming out, why don't I just rechange the trade around for something out of that set. And we had this back and forth kind of going for a little bit, where I was like, you know what, I just want to do the original trade deal, or I just want to ship your stuff back to you. Now this went back and forth for quite a few weeks, and eventually the card value of the card that he sent to me dropped again back down to its original price, and then even lower. Now, without getting into specifics about who the person was or the card that was traded, I don't really want to go into all that, but he sent me a message saying, I'll go ahead and take the original trade now. And at that point, I was like, listen, I just want to send you back your stuff. And he was like, I don't want to go through the hassle of, sending you the money and all this and that. Can't we just make a new trade deal or something? And he gave me a bunch of cards that he wanted from the, the newest set that was coming out. And I was like, listen, I'll give you these cards for that, yes or no. And he was like, all right, I'll take that. And then I just sent that to him. Now those kind of problems aren't exactly common, and they don't exactly happen all the time, but it's something that happens sometimes with online trading. You go through these big old hassles because people try and change deals around last minute, even after they've already sent. So what I'm going to do is leave a link to the Inevitable Saiyan's original video that I'm leaving this response to in the description bar below, as well as an annotation probably somewhere on the screen. If you guys could check that video out and let him know what you think, as well as let me know your worst trading experience over YouTube in the comment section below. I'd like to know that I'm not the only one that's kind of had these bad experiences trading back and forth over YouTube. And I guess that's it for now. This is GalacticGod, out.